welcome to Sandra from Sandra's Stamp and Craft Studio. Today we will be creating the third in my series of Festive Fridays, and I will be showing you how to use up those scraps of ribbon that I've been telling you to make sure you save no matter how small they are. So let me turn the camera onto the craft table and let's get creative. Here is the little jar that I keep on my craft table. It is beside me all of the time, and every time I trim a bow and trim off the ends, I'm always adding pieces to my jar. You might be able to see on the camera that I have quite a lot of pieces of the Whisper White crinkle ribbon. Because I use it so much, I obviously get more scraps left over from that as well. Now with the blender pens here, we have the chosen colours today. I've got light Pretty Peacock, dark Pretty Peacock, light Night of Navy and dark Night of Navy. So if I take those out of the way and just leave one of the pens there, I'm going to show you how, using the wide end of the marker, that I can just colour along a piece of the crinkled ribbon. It does bleed through the ribbon, so this is why I'm doing it onto scrap paper, and I want you just to see how that's actually going to turn out. So we can change the entire colour. Now I do like to leave those just a little while just to dry. You'll see how it bleeds through, and that's just going to sit there and dry. These two pieces have already been done, just on one each side, depending on what colours I was going to do today. Okay, so if I take all those out of camera and I bring on my cards, here is my note card today from the Whisper White Note Cards and Envelope pack. I will just burnish this with my bone folder to make sure that that's going to lie flat for me. I'm going to be using a matte layer today of 8.4 by 12.3. So we will attach that on there first, and then we'll be working on the white layer that's on top. I'm going to be using today my Stamp and Seal. I have both of them here today. We will be using the Seal Plus and the regular seal. And I'll take off the caps off here. I'm just going to run this down to the sides very easily. No pressure needed. And that's so. Okay, and attach that in the centre of the card. The note cards are 3.5 inches by 5 inches, or 8.9 centimetres by 12.8 centimetres. Here I like to try and go down either 1/4 inch on each layer or 1/2 centimetre on each layer. So you'll see I've already got my Night of Navy layer on here, which is 3.25 inches by 4.75, or 8.4 centimetres by 12.3 centimetres. I'll put that out of the way for now, and we will go to my Whisper White layer that is 3 inches by 4.5 inches, or 7.9 centimetres by 11.8 centimetres. I'm going to be using the tree punch, and we will open this up and go fully into the card. And because we can just see the card on each side, we're trying to get that as central as we can on there. And we will punch that middle layer out. Okay, so here is our tree. Our sentiment today is taken from the Itty Bitty Christmas. There's a whole variety on here of greetings we could use. When using the Stamparatus, you'll notice that when the acrylic plate is open, it goes downhill. So it's a good idea just to pop a stamp set underneath there, because it's the perfect height that we need. So I will be placing my card in here and my magnet on here. We're going to be popping a greeting onto the top of our card here. So here's the greeting I've chosen for today. So it says Season's Greetings. I'm just going to place that where I want it to be, get it central and straight. And I'm just going to pick that up onto the plate. Okay, so today I'm going to be using the blue layer, so the Night of Navy layer, so I'm going to be using the Night of Navy ink. So just tap on there gently and then stamp that down, a perfect image. Here is my Whisper White layer with the sentiment and the tree punched out. I'm going to be turning this over and using my Stamp and Seal Plus to run around the outside edges of the tree. We don't want those to be overhanging at all, and just to pop adhesive around all the areas of the whole cutout. Okay, So I turn that back round to the top. I'm going to be using my tweezers to place on here all the little tiny pieces of ribbon that I showed you earlier. So we'll start at the top. It needs to cover all of the hole. So all we're going to be doing is just pressing that down. If you leave it lined up on your grid paper, and when you put your ribbon on, you will know that you're straight because you have lines on here as well. The first two colours is Night of Navy with a rose gold edge. This is from my beautiful Everything is Rosy kit that has been in the clearance rack. And then the Seaside Spray. My next colour is a piece of the Misty Moonlight, and just lining those up underneath the previous piece. So they're running nice and straight across there. My next scrap is from the Snowflake Splendor ribbon. This is a beautiful ribbon that's in our upcoming August to December catalogue, so just in time for Christmas, and there's a beautiful snowflake set in there that will work really beautifully with. So I have a piece here, it's just the right length. I'm going to just line that up beside there and press it down either side so it's caught on both sides. Next I'm going to cover the trunk of the Christmas tree. This is a piece of our embroidered ribbon. And I'll choose which side I'd like to use. I think I'm going to use that side. And I'm going to make sure that I cover the whole of the trunk of the tree. So I've gone for a neutral colour, any type of brown colours. This is a piece of our Seaside Spray ribbon that is our last season's in colours, but the ribbons are still valid, they're still current. Okay, so I've covered the whole of that image up now. I'm going to use a Stampin' Seal to run this around the edge again. We'll also put some through the middle here, just to give it that extra strength. It's really tacky because it's sticking to my finger. Now, our snail wasn't quite so tacky as this, so I'm loving this one because of the tackiness. It's what we want. Okay, so I've placed that just in the centre there. You will see that the iridescent ribbon changes colour according to whatever you've put underneath as a background. Just one last finishing touch. I just need my rhinestones, and I'm going to place one of the largest gems on the top of the tree like so. So just to recap, I will bring on the two cards that I made previously. So we have two navy ones, and then we have the other colour that I did was with the Pretty Peacock card layer and the Pretty Peacock ribbons and just jade, and again the iridescent. I hope you've enjoyed my cards today and learnt a new technique for using up all those small scraps of ribbon. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe and like buttons below, and if you wish to be notified of future videos as I release them, please ring the bell as well. I look forward to seeing you back again here for some more Festive Fridays. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you back here soon. Bye for now.